Hi, Jen. All right, I'm going to try to figure out how to record this. I don't think I can. Swipe down to stop. I don't know. You can just stare at these peaches that I got at Farmer's Market while we wait for everybody to join us. We're going to talk about how I eat today. Hey, girl. Hi, Jen. Hi, Karen. Look at my peaches. Aren't they pretty? And then I went to the Farmer's Market today. Because we like to eat real food from farmers. Word. Boom. That's right, Karen. That's my peeps. Woohoo! All right, I'll turn it around. Just beware, everybody. I don't have any makeup on, and it's Saturday. Haven't washed my hair. I haven't taken a shower, so this is gonna be fun. Let's see if I can turn me around. Turn it around, baby. Yay! Here I am. Hi guys, this is my kitchen. While we wait for everybody to join, I'm gonna get myself some water because I am parched. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about how I eat, and then we do have a challenge group on Facebook starting tomorrow where I'm challenging everybody to truly eat like I eat, like for reals, for 7 days. And it's not traditional, it's not normal. And I'm not an expert. I am a dietitian, but everything I learned in college is totally antiquated. Like, none of it matters anymore. So, I have figured out by kind of like hacking my own eating plan, figured out how to best eat for me. So that's what we're going to talk about today. You know what? While I'm in my kitchen, I should show you my pantry. Doesn't that sound like fun? Okay, so this is my red kitchen. Isn't that obnoxious? Okay. So there's no light in this tiny little pantry. Look at that. Do you see that tiny little pantry? It's just terrible. It's dark in there. Okay, so there's not a lot of crap. Do you see this Easy Mac? It's been up here for like a year because we don't eat that crap anymore. But it's still there just in case. Can you see it? I can't even tell. Okay, yeah. And then, yes, I do have tortilla chips. It's probably the only crap that I keep, what I consider crap, because it's like in a bag with multiple ingredients all crammed together. Probably the only other crap would be Jif, because we know Jif is not the best peanut butter ever, but, yeah, I love it. I do have the natural kind. You see this? It's there. It's just a pain to stir it all up. I have almond butter too. So yeah, I've got quinoa, I've got chia, I've got lentils, I've got all kinds of beans. We don't really eat pasta all that much anymore, so that's kind of there. We do have some Kind bars for like when we gotta get out. There's some rice. I try to do organic. I do not do all organic because girls gotta pay the bills. I get almonds. I love almonds and dates. I get my dates on Amazon. Love dates. They're really, really tasty. Okay, so that's my creepy pantry. Okay, so how do I eat? I'm gonna walk through my house. Karen loves when I walk through my house. How do I eat? So let me back up to a year ago when I became a Beachbody coach, and I started to realize that how I ate mattered. And I started drinking Shakeology, and I realized that I felt really good when I ate things that were really good for me. So I tried to, we started by cutting out sugar. So no sugar, like we used to have candy every day. I'm going to sit in my office with my ironing board. So we used to eat like dessert every single day. So we cut that out first. We stopped doing that. And from there, we just really paid attention to sugar and our labels. That was the very first thing I did, which we've done a lot over the past year. But we cut out sugar and we stopped buying meat at the grocery store. We just get local if we can, or from people that we know who raise animals around us. Bye, Karen. So those were the two big changes. And then slowly I've started to remove gluten from our diet just because I've been reading about gluten and how it affects our gut and how it affects our brain, and I don't think that stuff's very good. So we've been kind of moving away from that, and we do what I call is eat real food. So what do we eat? We eat vegetables, we eat fruit, we eat meat, we eat beans and nuts and fat. I love butter. I love olive oil, coconut oil, nuts, seeds. I mean, those are like real foods to me. I am not paleo. I'm not gluten-free because I have to be. I am because I feel better when I eat that way. So, typical day for me. Now, this is where it's going to get a little kooky. So, bear with me here, okay? So, I practice intermittent fasting. And I started this last fall. I heard a podcast with Chalene Johnson and Melissa McAllister, and she was talking about her book, 8-Hour Abs Diet, and I think it's 8hourabsdiet.com. You can look at it. It's a free ebook. And I read that, and she talked about how she eats in an 8-hour window, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I am not eating in an 8-hour window. Like, I gotta get up, I gotta eat at 6 a.m., and I eat all day long, and I stop whenever I want to, which is like 9 o'clock at night. And, but she has amazing abs, and I wanted amazing abs, really. I mean, that's where it started, was a vanity kind of thing. I wanted to look really good. So I decided to try it. I did a 10-hour eating window. Yeah, intermittent fasting is kind of hard. But once you get into it, it's way, like the first 2 weeks sucked ass. I mean, there's just no way getting around it. It was hard because I was used to eating all the time. So, I started with a 10-hour window. So I would eat breakfast at 10 a.m. and I would be done eating by 8 p.m., which really isn't that bad. I mean, if you think about it, that's not bad. Now I'm more like an 8-hour window, maybe a little less. So I get up first thing in the morning, and I do use a pre-workout drink. So technically that probably breaks the fast that I should be extending there, but I don't really count it because it's not like it's a milkshake or Shakeology. It's just caffeine. So I use my pre-workout drink, and that's at 5 a.m. I can show you that. I have some here in my office because I'm a Beachbody coach and we have all kinds of stuff. So I use my Energize Beachbody Performance line. It's the best crap I've ever used. So I use that before I work out. I work out, and then I have coffee with MCT oils, which MCT oil is what's found in coconut oil. That's why everybody thinks coconut oil is so great. And I love coconut oil, but there's very little MCT oil actually in coconut oil. So I buy a product called XCT oil, which is made by Bulletproof. And yes, and I would actually get a brain octane fuel. I think that's what it's called. Is there other MCT oil? And that's what I would get now. They released that after I got mine. So I put a teaspoon of XCT oil into my coffee and a tablespoon of Kerrygold butter. Don't go to Walmart and get yourself a stick of butter from Walmart, okay? That stuff is crap. It comes from cows that are fed grains and antibiotics and hormones and crap you don't want in your body, okay? So don't do that. Get yourself some good butter. I get Kerrygold at Sam's Club. Go figure. So I put a scoop of butter, and I don't necessarily measure it, but that's what I do. I just put about a tablespoon. And I put that in my coffee mug with my coffee, and I shake it up until it's creamy. And it might sound really gross, but if you put cream in your coffee, that's just like putting butter, but different. So, a word about coffee. I'd gone away from coffee because I was worried about the acidity and how it affected my body, and I was reading too many books and listening to too many podcasts, and I really like my coffee. So I said, screw it, and I go back to drinking my coffee. So green tea is fantastic. I love green tea. I just don't want it in the morning time. So I drink my coffee. So, and that's part of what you need to understand about eating like me or eating real food or whatever. You have to do what works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, don't do it anymore. Okay, good. Okay, so I have my coffee with the fat in it. And the reason I do that is to help keep me from being starved because I'm not eating, but the fat doesn't increase my blood sugar level. So I'm still technically in a fasting state, okay? So I'm not hungry because I have this fat in my coffee, and I have my coffee, and it also gives my brain some straight up fuel. So your brain uses fat, and if it's in my coffee, it's going first thing into my belly in the morning, then that's what my brain is going to be cooking off of. I work first thing in the morning. So after my workout, I get all my work done in the morning. I homeschool my kids, so we don't do that until the afternoon. So I need that brain fuel. I need my brain to be fired up. So that's how I do it, first thing in the morning. I do not eat anything real foodish until 11:30 or noon, and I eat a lot of food. There's no getting around it. When I'm not fasting, I'm eating. I mean, not all the time, but I will eat a large amount of food for that first meal, and it's mostly vegetables, and it's usually salad. And I know people are like, oh, I hate salad. Get over it. Like, really? You don't have to have spinach with croutons and boring tomatoes and carrot shavings. Put stuff you like on it. Like, I put leftovers on top of salad. If it's in my refrigerator and I've had it as a meal, I can make it a topping for salad. Last week we had leftover fajitas, so all that went on to spinach, and I had a fajita salad. Like, just put stuff on spinach or lettuce or kale or whatever you like as a base, and you're getting those extra vegetables, okay? So just eat your vegetables. They're really good for you. They're going to make you feel really good. Trust me, you need them, okay? So I almost always have a salad with leftovers on top. There sometimes is meat and sometimes nuts and sometimes not. I don't do a lot of carbs for my first meal, just because I don't really keep them around. I will eat some seed crackers that I make that are gluten-free and full of seeds. But that's about it as far, if we have rice, I'll put that on there, but I typically always do a salad, and a lot of it. And then about 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'll have Shakeology, and that is my superfood crack. I know some people don't like when I say that, but I don't care. Like, it is like crack. Like, I have to have it every day, and it's not because there's something not right about it. It's because it's got all the stuff that my body needs and craves, and it helps me maintain my weight, and it fills me up, and it gives me all the nutrition that I need. And I could go on and on about Shakeology, but I won't, because this is not about that. So I have Shakeology at 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I usually mix it with almond milk and some peanut butter. So there's some extra calories there. It's not just 140 calories. So that will hold me over until dinner time, which is about 6 o'clock. And dinner is pretty basic. I post my menus on Facebook every Sunday. So if you want to see what we eat during a week, like actual recipes, just holler at me and I'll add you in there. So we usually have meat at every meal, dinner times. Not always, but we do, and it's a meat with a side of vegetables and more vegetables. It used to be meat, vegetable, and like a grain, a carb, starchy stuff, because that's what I was taught in school. Like, that's how you eat. You eat a lot of carbs. It's high carb, low fat. And we've switched it around. So we eat protein that's been cooked in fat, usually olive oil or coconut oil. And we eat vegetables that are cooked in the same kind of stuff. So we'll have, pork chops or, hamburger, whatever, but we won't have buns. And so it's like a hamburger steak. And I usually have roasted vegetables. I love Brussels sprouts, sauteed cabbage. We have our favorites, and we eat them all the time. And we always have salad. I get organic greens at Sam's Club or the farmer's market. And we always have that at dinner if anybody wants it. So I do have 2 small kids, not so small anymore, 10 and 7. And so they do eat this kind of stuff, and they don't really complain. Like, they really like roasted Brussels sprouts and roasted broccoli, and I don't know why. Maybe they're just weird, or maybe they just understand that if they don't eat it, they're going to starve, and I I don't make them anything extra. So we don't really have pasta anymore, so I'll use zucchinis to make zoodles, which are zucchini noodles. I have a spiralizer that I love. So I do try recipes. I mean, I'll do 21-day fix recipes from the Fix 8 cookbook, or I find recipes all the time on skinnytaste.com, which is one of my favorite blogs. So, I mean, we do definitely make recipes. We don't just, like, throw a slab of meat on a plate with some vegetables. And then, so that's dinner time. And then usually, that's it. Like, I'm done for the day. I will have a glass of wine, like on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't really drink beer anymore unless we go out and they have one that I really, really like, because it kind of makes my brain dead, kind of that whole gluten connection. So I don't really eat anything after dinner, mainly because I'm not hungry and it's almost outside of the window. So I start about 11:30 noon and I'm usually done by 7:30. The days that I teach class, I'm always home later. So Tuesday nights, I don't get home until like 8 o'clock. So I'm eating dinner at like 8:30. I always make the dinner ahead of time so everybody can eat, and then I just eat it when I get home. But I do not shift my hours on that day. I give myself a bigger eating window on that day just because I'm teaching a fitness class and I've already worked out and I'm going to be hungry. So for the first 2 weeks of doing this, I was hungry outside of that window. I mean, I wanted to eat more food, but I didn't. The hardest part was when I would be getting like breakfast ready for the kids and I would want to pop something in my mouth, because that's what you do. Like, oh, there's some cereal, I'll pop it in my mouth. No, can't do that when you're intermittent fasting. Like, you really have to stay fasted. So that's like the craziest thing that I do, that I'm always worried that I'm going to tell people and they're going to be like, no. But huge, huge game changer for me. Two things that have changed. I have abs, and they're pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, I work out. Obviously, I do that kind of stuff. But I've worked out for a long time, and I've never had abs like I have now. My belly is flat. I'm not even bloated the week before my period. Like, flatness. Because my body is burning through that stuff because when I'm fasting. And the second thing that I love about intermittent fasting is that I don't have to worry about food for like the entire morning. I mean, I have to feed my kids, which that can be a drag because, you know, they're in my space. But I mean, it's really it's okay. Like, I can feed the kids, but I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna eat. I don't have to take the time to make it because that's my work hours and I want to be focused. So if you work, you don't have to worry about taking something with you for breakfast in the morning. Just make your coffee with your MCT oil or your coconut oil. I started with coconut oil, by the way. I was not doing MCT oil and butter at first. I was doing coconut oil. So you can totally just take that with you. Have that be your breakfast, quote unquote, and then start eating at lunchtime. Or my friend Charisse, she does it, I think at 10 o'clock is when she starts, something like that. I know she does a version of intermittent fasting. So then you just have to worry about this shorter period of time during the day, and it's totally awesome. So that is how I eat. I intermittent fast. I eat real food. I don't eat stuff in bags. No crap. Okay? If it's in a bag with an ingredient list, it's most likely crap. If I do eat crap, I don't eat it very often. And I used to say I did the 80-20 rule, but that's kind of a lie. I'm more of a 90-10. And it's because I feel better. It used to be that I ate a certain way because I wanted to look a certain way, and now it's that I just feel better when I don't eat crap. I feel really good. My brain is on fire. Like, I can get stuff done. And I don't know. I physically feel better. I'm not tired. I'm not blah after I eat. So I think it's really important that you think about what you're going to eat and start paying attention to how you feel after you eat. So if you eat something and you feel like crap later, don't eat it anymore. Like, there might be a link there. My daughter had terrible acne and for a 10-year-old. I mean, it's not like terrible, but she's got zits on her face. Well, when we took dairy out of her diet, guess what? They went away. And when she adds dairy back in, she has zits. So don't be dumb about what you're putting in your body. I mean, I used to think, oh, it's no big deal. I'll just burn it off when I work out. No, it's not about burning off calories anymore. It's about feeling really, really good. So eat stuff that makes you feel really, really good. Okay, now before I end this broadcast, because it's been like 15 minutes, questions. Anybody have any questions? And I'm not an expert. I mean, I am a dietitian, but like I said, everything that I learned is completely old school, so it doesn't matter anymore. Like, I'm just hacking my way through it now and reading books. No questions. Everybody's awesome. Let's see. I have little notes about what I need to say. Yep, that's it. Okay. And there are lots of books that I love, that I read, that I'm trying to learn. And there's podcasts out there too. Bulletproof's a good podcast. Fat Burning Man's a good podcast to learn about eating. Sane, capital S-A-N-E. Jonathan Baylor, his podcast is really good. Thanks, Jen. I'm so glad you joined me. So yeah, that's it. If you have questions, find me on Facebook, Amanda Armstrong. It's actually Amanda Jordan Armstrong, Jourdan. Message me, send me a friend request, join my group. Start paying attention to how you are fueling your body, not because you want to look a certain way. I mean, that's totally good. Like, I want to look good, but you have to pay attention to how you're feeling. And I think if we all start changing that, we could all be like super awesome humans and raise super awesome humans as well. All right. Peace out, y'all. Love ya.